First of all, Barbara's out of town. I'm going to have him move it a little closer so we can see how it looks from a different angle. What's up, y'all? How's it going? So it's about, I don't know, 7:30 in the morning, and I'm getting ready to head out on a long ride today. Invited a friend of mine to go with me. I'm not sure if he's coming or not. He's not the best communicator. Mike, you gotta work on these skills. So I texted him last night and I go, hey man, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I am gonna do the first leg of the trip. And he texted me back, he goes, what time you leaving? I said 8:15, and he never responded. So I don't know if he's coming or not. You know, to me, there's like basic information. Are you coming or are you not coming? Because if I knew he wasn't coming, I'd be leaving right now. There's no reason for me to sit around and wait. We'll see what happens. He works nights. If he does go, he's like getting off of work at 6 a.m. or something. And then he's gonna go home and get changed and get his stuff packed. I don't even know if I'm gonna leave all this in here. Maybe instead of telling you everything I'm gonna do, we'll just do it.
Well, Mike never showed up, but that's all right. I didn't want him to come anyway. Well, before I knew it, I was on my way, mostly interstate, taking I-4 down to the Florida Turnpike, then south to the seaside town of Jupiter, Florida, where I wildly misspent my formative years. You know, they say you can't be old and wise unless you were young and stupid. Well, I had the market cornered on that. By the way, apologies, I got a little cold here, but I'm going to try to get through it. So I was expecting rain on the way down, and it certainly threatened, but it never did materialize, so I was pretty thankful for that. At least on this part of the journey anyway.
And it looks like we completely left out. It looks like it's rained here about maybe a half an hour ago. And the radar was showing rain right over this very spot. But the only spots along the entire way that I wanted to go, right? And son of a gun, man. It's not raining. And so we may get some decent weather over here.
Before we get to our first real stop, I wanted to show you Jupiter Inlet Park, which is where I drank from my first keg and pretty much hung out learning the ways of the Rastafarian. Let me put it like that. Hey, I was a beach kid. What can I say?
So, this is Jupiter Inlet Park. This is where I used to come and fish. Did a lot of drinking here when I was a kid. Water's not too bad today, at least you know, as far as chop goes or anything like that. So when I was a kid, you know, 15, something like that, 16, we would snorkel in here. And
you had to do it at slack tide, right? You had to wait till the tide came in, and you literally had maybe 10 minutes before it started coming back out. And we would jump in the water and try to grab lobsters. And you had to be careful because people are fishing all over the place. But, you know, we were young and stupid. That's what kids do, right? Young and stupid stuff.
For all you old people out there, might remember an old crooner from the 50s and 60s named Perry Como. He used to live right over here.
So here's the really cool thing about this inlet here. There's a huge lagoon area just off to the side, and when the tide comes in, it floods with the crystalline waters, and the families bring their kids, and it's just such a cool place to hang out and explore. Alright, it's time to head over to our lunch spot. You are gonna love this place. So I'm pulling into this waterfront joint called the Square Grouper. Now, if you haven't heard that term before, I'll explain. It's kind of a code name us locals used to use to identify bales of marijuana that were commonly found in the ocean and on the shores back in the early 80s. Frequently, drug runners would toss the contraband overboard if Marine Patrol or DEA was hot on their tail, and the result was free weed and money for the lucky scavengers that found these little honeypots bobbing in the surf. Anyway, I'm here to have lunch and meet a potential sponsor for our channel, but identities have been concealed to protect the innocent. A glass of iced tea, some smoked fish dip, and some good conversation while watching the water go by was all I really needed, but of course I broke out the camera and nabbed some video and a few decent photos while I could. But you know, the clock is ticking, and I just had to get on the road, man. I got a long afternoon ahead of me.
Whew, wow. It's pretty hot and sticky here, but that's all right because I've been at the most amazing place. You gotta come down to Square Grouper in Jupiter, Florida, right on Jupiter Inlet. It's like heaven on earth, man. Food was actually really good. No cocktails, only iced tea today. And I'm back on the road. Now I'm heading up to Savannah. Oh my gosh, it's like a 6-hour ride from here. If I'm lucky, hopefully I won't hit any bad weather or traffic. Got my riding boots back on. I'm ready to rock, man. Let's do this.
I got on the road a little later than I wanted. GPS said I had about 6 hours of riding time ahead of me, and of course, Florida being what it is, I was expecting rain. But either way, I was hoping to get to Savannah by 8 p.m. Didn't much care anyway because I absolutely live for these long rides, and this Indian Challenger is built for chewing up and spitting out miles. That's something I have in common with this bike. You know, it's nice having the rain overlays on the dash, but I mean, it's pretty easy to tell when the wet stuff is about to hit, right? The rain's not going to slow me down though, because I'm on a mission to get to Savannah. You see, over the last few months, I've been playing photographer and shooting photos for a calendar. Our local riding group supports our chapter of Bikers Against Bullies, and someone got the wise idea that we should make a calendar to raise money for them. Of course, I volunteered to do all the photography, and well, this is the very last bike I need to shoot to finish it. And I have to go to Savannah to do it. Darn it.
All right, well, after getting pretty wet,
After I fueled up, the next few hours were pretty much just spinning wheels and jamming to some Black Crowes and Eric Clapton. I cannot convey how much I'd love to just roll on with my feet up and nothing to think about but the next 100 yards. The day flew by, and before I knew it, the sun was getting closer to the trees, and then somewhere in South Georgia, as the golden hour approached, the traffic just fell away, and I glided into my own little personal oasis where the temperature was perfect and no other cars were running with me. It seemed I had the sun, the clouds, and the whole road to myself. It was all I needed to feel, as if I had been given this divine gift to carry with me and to share with you. The feeling was pure contentment and joy. You've been there too, I know.
Wow. If you're sitting in a car on this road, you're not getting this. You only get this on a motorcycle. You only get this when you're out in the wind. I can't believe there's like no cars. I'm having the whole road to myself. Fantastic. Fantastic. I just want to keep recording. So perfect. Colors are just beautiful. So calm and quiet. I love it.
Well, all good things come to an end, but thankfully that means I made it safely to Savannah. I slept like a stone that night, but I had to get up really early so I could shoot in the morning light. So I took a few minutes to wipe the rain off my bike and post on my socials, and I just enjoyed the peaceful sounds of the morning while I waited for Ron and Maria.
What's up, Dream Team?
What's up?
All right, you guys ready to go?
You must be pretty special if you got her ass out of bed before 7 o'clock on the weekend.
This is surprising him. I don't know
Yes.
why.
Draper can't do this.
Yeah.
Draper can't do it.
Okay, get her up.
But
yeah.
Remy can.
Yes, that's
Is there something I
right.
need to know, guys?
Don't forget that, Jason. All right, let's
do
do
this.
it. Yes. All right.
So, continuing with that morning hip-hop theme, we saddled up and wound our way from my Midtown hotel to downtown and Savannah's famous Forsyth Park. It was a little humid, but not too warm, and the streets of Savannah were still draped in that early morning rain under the oaks.
All right, so we are down at Forsyth Park in Savannah, down in the squares. That's what they call it, right? Down in this area. And just took some photos of Ron's bike leading up to that fountain. It's got a great background, but I'm gonna have him move it. I'm going to have him move it a little closer so we can see how it looks from a different angle. Now, at first we were a little reticent about doing this, but there are no motor vehicle signs beyond this point signs, so what the hell, right? Might as well do it.
You only live once.
Here, I'm gonna let you hold that. Try to hold it as still as possible.
Back up just a hair. Stop. Okay.
Leave it there.
Nope, I like it. Right there.
Can you roll it back just a hair?
Yeah.
A little more. Oh my dude, this is so worth it. Come back a little further.
Oh, she is recording. Yeah. Make sure you get it pictures of his butt. He likes his butt shot.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you get my...
Yep.
Ooh,
Nice.
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 Pastel plaids?
Is that what it was? Yeah. You got subjects coming in from the right.
Oh my God, look at this. Holy smokes. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, buddy.
This makes the trip worthwhile.
Hell yeah.
I'm so glad we did this because I think we're good.
You think we're
that's
good?
Awesome. Yeah, I think we've got everything we need. And we've got other photographers trying to get pictures too, so we got to move the bike out of the way.
I wish I had taken the time to get more video of the area, but in the end, I did get some artsy photos of the fountain for my portfolio, so as far as I'm concerned, mission accomplished. Yeah, I got a little wet on the way home, but it was 100% worth it because I was able to put the final touches on our calendar project, and I'm really proud of the final result. If you'd like to support our effort to raise money for Bikers Against Bullies, I'll put a link down below so you can order the calendar or make a donation. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, plus my photography pages. Thanks for putting up with this nasally cold that I'm having to deal with here, but peace out, y'all. Take care.